Hello and welcome to Last Call, our behind-the-scenes look at our Trouble at the Tavern podcast. My name is Chris, joined once again by Mike, Hartley, and Maggie. So,
Hello.
guys, session 4.
Session four. Wow, heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking for sure.
Heartbreaking. Right, got right into it. Had to say goodbye to my mom, not knowing that she would not return.
Mm-hmm.
Tough stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you guys feel about that one?
I got emotional. It's the first time I've ever watched anybody a flashback with you guys, and then also a death that happened at the beginning. Like that's heavy.
Yeah.
No, we're no longer cow tipping and goat
No
milking
longer
right now,
cow
are we?
tipping.
We're not eating pies.
No.
Dylan's got to put his big point pants on now.
Yeah.
Was it the first time Dillan ever knew
That's
somebody
the first
to die?
time he saw a death, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what things at like Grainbella would be if a family member passed away of old age. I'm sure they would probably just bury them or something. But I don't think he's been pretty protected. That was the first time he's seen a dead body for sure.
How did you feel, Mike, playing that 4-year-old?
I was a little nervous because as I mentioned, I don't know how to
talk like one.
Well, yeah, I was just like, oh shit,
That's
I'm
fair.
being thrown into but you know what? I think
I think you killed it. I think you found it in the end. It was really
I
good.
think so too. And I think ultimately, I was just I was really playing up the grogginess, as I would imagine, a 4-year-old being woken up in the middle of the night.
Your dice were playing up the grogginess
yes,
as
they
well.
were too. And I think that
Yeah.
worked out really nicely as
It
well.
made sense.
But yeah. That was heartbreaking.
Chris.
Getting into that, and great job.
You playing his mom?
So good.
It's wow.
I feel like
really good.
I feel like a parental figure, Michael.
Yeah, you're my mama.
Yeah.
Always gonna be.
My little baby boy.
Yeah.
But it
Gosh.
seems like things are not as they seem in Tillville that you guys initially thought. The guards
Trouble
are
in
missing.
Tillville.
The hell with the city guard, though?
I don't know.
That's
I'm really
wild.
curious what the situation is for that, because they either got paid off or they somehow managed to, I don't know,
All get
murder
taken?
all of them or get taken.
No
or
way. No way.
But I guess if they have Meridium, that's a pretty.
Yeah, my bet's got to be on a payoff because
Yeah.
I'm just if they if it doesn't look like there was much of a scuffle, it doesn't look like again, these are all assumptions, but that my money's on that for sure.
But here's the thing, and this might be biased because it's my character and I'm still talking through him. I know those guys. Those guys are good guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
No way are they getting paid off.
Interesting.
No way.
Interesting.
I don't believe it. Not for 1 second. And I still and neither does Clu.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. What else did I have to say? Oh my god. What else? Oh, meeting Perrick again.
Yeah, you went back to I love.
I really, really, really wanted to go back there just for another chance to talk to Perrick.
Yeah.
It's
Your
two
conversations were so
grizzled
good.
old men who refuse to believe they're friends.
Yeah. So funny.
It's-
They're keeping each other at arm's length.
Yeah.
But it's that arm is shrinking.
Yeah, like
So
that.
formal. So
how
formal.
are you?
So formal at saying goodbye. It's like goodbye, Perrick.
Goodbye, Perrick.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so funny.
So good. And then I love how you just had a quick stop being like, I need your help. And he's like, maybe. And you're like, all right.
Yeah. Very short. They're very short with each other. Yes
good.
and no.
Yeah.
I think Clu had to go there. I think he
Oh,
was
for sure.
I'm not sure how well I played it, but Clu was feeling very down. I think Clu was feeling very, very down. He feels like he beat Perrick earlier in the day and kind of felt like hot shit a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he got his ass
whooped.
handed to him. And so, Perrick earlier in the day had said, you're strong, but you're not that strong. You need to learn a few things.
Yeah. And I think with this moment as well, you going back to Perrick for help, it almost kind of reinvigorates the fact that he's been trying to tell you, if you want to get strong, you have to do this yourself.
Do it yourself.
Right? You can't always just crawl back to me or just you rely on someone else. You need to take
Yeah.
control if you are ever going to grow as a fighter or just even as a paladin in the Church of Cord.
Yeah, that was the thing. I felt like he had to go back because I didn't think character-wise it would have made sense for him to have lost so bad, belonging to a church where strength is the only thing, and then immediately go I'm gonna fucking kill these goblins.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
He had to go I'm not fucking good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough, and I don't think I will be. And like try and get a little bit of. He needed a nudge, and not from two strangers.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
From his only friend, not friend.
Yeah. The one person. Minx, how'd you feel about putting your friend to your drunken friend Dax?
Yeah, no, it's fun to like get to know him through play because I'm just like, I was like to Chris, I was like, he's just a childhood friend kind of thing. Like we just kind of owed each other one forever, and that's very much the relationship. So I just feel bad being like, hey, come join on this like little adventure. I made poor choices and you're still here.
Yeah.
But no, it's gotta take care of
We're
one
learning
another.
that Dax is a little bit of
the cash.
Yeah, we're learning that he's a little bit of a piece of work.
Yeah, it's a little chaotic.
A little chaotic, a little eager.
I think with Dax he means well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he just always ends up getting in some sort of trouble, whatever he does.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But you guys did find some valuable information at Thorel's farm.
Didn't find that key.
The library card, which I have to write down.
Library card is good, but we don't have that key, which I think there might be something pretty good down there. I don't know where the key would be. Obviously, if it's closed, that means the gnomes didn't get to it.
Yeah.
So that key must be hidden somewhere else.
And then what else did we find? We found the library card.
You found the red coin.
trapdoor,
The
and
red
the red
coin.
coin.
With an F on it.
The one that the gnomes gave him, which I do think is like...
Wait,
I have a feeling it's going to be fey currency.
Did the gnomes give him that?
Yes. They came in and slapped it down on the table. And then Thorel saw that, and then he was like, "Oh, these guys mean business." And then they had a little conversation, right?
So they had it as like an intimidation tactic, kind of putting it down.
I don't know, or maybe they were just like flashing their fake coins.
I wish any of us knew what fake currency looked like.
I mean, we'll find out at some point.
I sure hope so.
Well, Chris did a really good job there of explaining that the cashier has an M on it. It's Morden, right? Well, I would assume that a red coin with an F on it would probably be fake currency. Chris has given us a big shrug.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Shrug.
Who knows?
He's like, I don't know. He fucking knows.
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
He is the god
He
of
is
this
the
land.
god of the land. Yes.
I'll never tell.
You will eventually.
I will
Some
eventually,
casino
yeah.
coins.
Any before we hang up on this episode, hang up is a weird
Hang up.
It's a weird
Well,
choice of words.
Are you on the phone right now,
We've got
Hartley?
we got a really big pickle ahead of us.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is like what?
Confrontation.
So what are we
Yeah.
thinking? Are we? So first of all, what are you dreading in the future, and what are you looking forward to? Because I'll tell you, first of all, I'm gonna have to. I might have to cut it out of the episode a little bit. I took a short rest. Spending an hour to get back 0 spell slots because paladins don't get back their spells.
No, keep
just
it in.
warlocks.
Keep it in.
I just needed a rest.
You could have taken a rest. You could have sat on the couch
yeah,
for
right,
like
fine.
a good hour.
I just took a rest.
Rest your knees.
Just a normal rest, a non-magical short rest.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see.
It'll be. I don't know how, because like it was just 3 of them that you met too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
My only fear is that there's more.
Yes.
But
My only fear is that they're stronger.
Yes. Yeah, because you asked like what are we looking forward to and what are we worried about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, me as Michael, I'm super excited to finally fight.
Yeah.
And I can't believe we're episode 4 now.
4
and we
and
still
haven't
haven't had like a legit fight yet, but I feel like it's just on the one more, folks. One more. We're almost there. So I'm super stoked for that. But I think as Dillan, I think he's just really worried about someone else dying.
Right.
And I think ultimately like seeing Thorel down there is gonna seeing his body, like I think he got like really mad, and I think ultimately like inside him, I think he's gonna have enough drive to like be able to take the first swing if he needs to.
that was the Dillan episode for sure. It was
him.
That was him finding his kind of like, Clu still hasn't found it, but finding a little bit of his drive towards like, this is the world is a little serious.
Yeah, now it's like step up or fuck off, right?
Yeah.
And it's like step up is the option.
Yeah.
Or else Dillan would just go back to Grain Bellow and that'd be it, right?
Maggie, looking forward to, fearful of?
well, honestly, Minx would have gotten freaked out by no city guard. Like, I don't know, coming from a city, like, and
Like
to
no
then be in
authority?
like a
Especially
weird,
during a festival.
like a weird country town, like everything, like everybody's gone now, and now I'm like, it's kind of a free for all. Like, my back's up a little bit. Like that's a little, it's scary. Where it's like there's no forms of authority. Like this is a little bit more intimidating, and whatever protection there might have been is now gone. and that is a little bit more like I think immediately at that point I was like a little bit more protective of Dillan, and like I could just feel it, and so it's a little bit more on guard.
I felt that as well. I really liked that moment of you just quickly motioning over to Clu as soon as you saw the body of Thorel, saying, "Hey, the kid doesn't need to see this," and like
that was really funny.
I really liked that moment where like you definitely are almost acting as like a parental figure to like this young elf.
Well, it's like another Dax now, and I'm just like in a way where it's just like I don't like. I don't know. You don't need this.
And you're also kind of training Clu to like look out for, or like Clu doesn't look out for that type of stuff.
Nice.
Never had a kid, but like the moment you point it out, Clu goes, "Oh, okay,
right,
right, okay, that does make sense."
What do you think of these robes?
That was really funny. Just like really
My favorite was too when you were talking to Ma, and Ma was like, "You should really take care of it." And I'm like, "Hi,
I'm actually right here.
I'm right here." I just imagined like him standing while you guys have this like full on conversation about Dillan, and Dylan's just standing there being like, "I'm cool with this." How about you, Hartley? What are you fearful of, excited for?
I think, Hartley's excited for literally everything.
Yes.
Clu isn't excited about anything. Rather, I think he's mostly fearful or angry at the world. That's not new, but fearful of a couple of things. I think he's already failed once today. His ego is going to take a big hit if he fails again. So I think he's got a lot of drive to prove that, even if it's just to Perrick or just to the Church of Cord, prove that like, no, like I still got it. I still got it. I can pick this back up. I can pick up the pieces. But like, kind of like Minx, seeing the barracks empty, he knows those people, and he's like, I think I'm worried. I'm worried they got paid off. I'm worried they're not the men that I thought they were. I'm worried that even if they are the men that I thought they were, that they are that those are the ones that are being taken first. And I'm worried of another fucking hog riding situation.
I mean, this is a lot for Clu, right? Because not much has been happening for like the longest
Clu,
time.
This is a lot.
This is the most. He must be tired.
He wants to go back and have Banks make him a soup or something like that, but he can't.
No.
Though that's what I'm excited for. Hartley, a main thing. I almost wanted to make it happen this episode, but it didn't make sense because we all went to the Burnt Tongue. But I was going to invite you guys back to my house, and I really want to see how Minx and Dillan interact with Banks and my parents.
So good.
Who we haven't met yet. Because it's later. It's the nighttime now. They're awake.
Oh
That's
God.
Exciting. Oh, right, because they
were sleeping in.
Of course.
Right.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it seems like we left this session off with a lot of mystery, and you don't know really what's going on, but hopefully we find it soon. I mean, you are potentially going to a library where there might be a lot of information. I mean, Dillan, I think you first came to Tillville wanting to go to the library.
Yeah, and I think ultimately it's kind of funny because like me as Michael kind of forgot about that too. But ultimately I think that kind of speaks to Dylan's character as well, where like
stuff happens.
He just like gets so caught up in things, and he's like, I'm at a festival, and then there's a dead guy, and I was like, oh right, I wanted to go to a freaking like my whole point was to come into a library.
For the audience listening, Chris mentioned library, and I'm sitting across from Mike, and I saw Mike furiously scribble library and then draw a box around it, and he drew the box with like a lot of force. Like there's like indents in the paper.
I was like, right, the library. Like that was the point.
Yeah.
So good.
You get caught up in stuff.
Of course. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. So curious.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think that's it from me.
That's last call.
Yeah.
That's our
Head it out. Yeah.
Last call on comments.
Last call. No more comments.
Fantastic.
Just excitement.
Very excited. Well, we're going to take a quick break of like a month in recording. No break in the release because I think we're gonna have a bank before we start putting these out. But really excited to bring you episode 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to start to get into the meat of it.
Yeah.
And we hope you're enjoying it so far and these last calls.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Thank you for listening.
Of course, with that being the last call, we're going to end it there. Once again, I am Chris, joined by Mike, Hartley, and Maggie.
And the demon.
Our fifth player.
The demon is here.
I did not even see him there.
Yeah, what are you doing here, demon?
Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair.
Arrived.
Okay, now we
that
really
was a
have
joke
to close
before
out.
we
Now we
started
have to.
recording.
There you go.
All right. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.